Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Slight technical glitch. Wouldn't be the same if I didn't have a technical glitch. See who's around tonight. I'm going to start unpacking some of this while I wait for some people to come online. Let's see if anyone's around tonight. There you have it. Apparently live control room is going to be the thing. Hoping there's some people around tonight. Oh, I was a couple of minutes late, but that is a lot of stickers. A lot of stickers. 2 sheets. Didn't realise there was 2 sheets. Hey Moose, how are you, man? So I was quietly talking to myself because no one was around. Just unpacking bags. You do get, I think it's 19 bags of bits in this. Give me live streaming material for a couple of weeks. Now this first bag, looking at this, is going to be predominantly about texturing. And I'm guessing bag 2 is going to be similar. Let's see. Hey Talis, how are you? It is a great set. So bags 1, 2 and 3. Now I'm not sure how far I'm going to get tonight because I'm actually a bit tired, so we'll see how long I last before I conk out. But I'm hoping to get a good way into this. It's a great set, as you say. I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. I built NINJAGO City a while back and that was a fabulous set, and you know, I think if anything this set's learnt a lot from the NINJAGO City set, if anything. So fingers crossed this is going to be an awesome build. There we go, that's a better camera angle. GJBricks, hello. Hello, so what have we got going on here? So bags 1, I'm thinking I'm going to try and get to bag 7 tonight. So that means I'll get this base area here done, and I will get yeah, a bit of this whole left side done here and the pier. I think that'll be a good foundation. So there's a lot of water tiles in this one. I actually have a whole cup, big cup from the Lego store of the blue tiles that do the water in this set. So anyway, how is everybody? How have you been? Hey Julian's Brick City, how are you, man? How's everyone been? What's everyone up to today or done today if you're in time zones where it's now in the past, like Australia? Alright, so first of all, I'm going to get straight into I realised I haven't actually done my review of the NINJAGO City. I've got like 2/3 of it filmed and sitting on my computer to actually finish, but I actually need to film the review bit of it, and it's one of those sets that's just so awesome. I've been kind of nervous about doing the review for it because I'm just aware of how much is actually in the set, and the review is going to take me like half an hour to go through everything that's in it. 2, 4, The Blue Bricks link I posted. No, I haven't seen that. Did you post that on my channel? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Hang on, what's Blue Bricks? No, I was thinking of something else. Hey, Golgade. No, what's Blue Bricks? Someone posted a link earlier on to someone in Brisbane, but I don't. That wasn't you. That was someone else. Or maybe it was you. Maybe I should go to bed. I'm tired. Lots and lots and lots of. I'll tell you what, doing something like this without getting these sets cheap, you would need an awful lot of parts to do some of the effects that are in this set. I was really happy. I picked this set up for an absolute bargain price. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I can't count. I'll check it out because was blue. Hang on, I haven't got my. Hang on, I'm gonna have to check this now. Give me 2 seconds. Because I'm on my laptop. No. Right, Julian. Man, I've got a load of comments today. Where are you? One comment from you there. Sorry guys, just talk amongst yourself. I can't find your link, mate. Because you replied to GJBricks earlier on. I don't think you said anything about Blue Bricks. Unless I missed it. Blue Bricks is a website. They sell train stuff. I do know the website actually. Now you say it. I think I was looking at them recently. I don't know if that was because of you or because of something else. It might be I followed them on YouTube or something, on Facebook. That's right. And I think, what's that other like Chinese brand? They did it was like a spin-off of the Le Pan stuff, and and they make some really cool looking sets, but it's obviously like knockoff. I mean, it's actually, they don't sell Lego sets, they actually do sell their own original designs, but it's the principle that they're related to Le Pan instantly makes them an evil company. But they actually do make some good looking mocks. I've seen a couple of people do reviews of them as well. And I think I was talking to I think it was off the top of my head, Butt Chop, and we were discussing the idea of actually, you know, buying those sets to rip off the PDFs and then sell the PDFs of all of their designs as a way to get back at Le Pan. So let people start to build the these nice looking sets from them in Lego. It's kind of petty, but we thought it'd be quite funny. I don't know, maybe it was just funny to us. It seemed funny at the times. Hey Ingrid, how are you? So how is everybody today? What's everybody up to? I'm building Lego, obviously. We actually went to a Lego store today, you know, because I'm not addicted to Lego in the slightest. But no, we went to they opened a new Lego store at one of the shopping centres near me a couple of weeks back, and I did actually go there the day after it opened. The day it opened, the queue was literally like around the shopping centre all day. So decided, watching social media, not to even try and go to it. So today we went there with my kids, and they ended up getting a poly bag each, and I got a small bag of bricks. And I looked at all the beautiful sets, and I have to say, the one set that really stood out for me was the Disney train. And I can't lie, I was really trying to convince myself that I hated it and I didn't want it, but having seen it in person, it's absolutely amazing. Even my wife said it was stunning. So yeah, gonna have to get that now somehow. On top of the roller coaster and Disney Castle and so if anyone hasn't actually ever built seen how these sets go together, look at how the triangle's been done here with the two wings they put together, and what happens is that actually becomes part of the texturing in the water. When we go and build the blue tiles over the top of it, that will actually make the tiles change colour to give a kind of really good depth effect to the whole thing. So I would say this is going to be this whole side here now. This is what we're building. So this is going to become the front of the set here. So this is going to be the pier, and then this is going to be this bit under here. So you can see how it kind of is highlighted in there as well. Need to create a curve. Ah, that's cool. You're not your peppy self, Ingrid. That's a shame. I will be very upfront and say I've been having a lot of personal issues. Like, I'm struggling at work at the moment, and I've been really kind of down, and I've been at the point where I can't even come into the Lego room and build. It just, like, it was really hard to get motivated to build, and I'm trying to push through everything there because it's actually my own business as well, which doesn't help. I'm one of the co-founders of the business, so you know, feeling like that about in your own business is not a good position to be, but it's a fairly common thing for startup founders to actually get to that point at some point. So I'm trying to push through that one, and I'm actually, you know, I'm reconnecting with my Lego. I actually have a lot of really good friends in the Lego community who I've made, who have actually all said to me they've been through similar, and they've really found Lego has helped them, but they've also had that same issue where actually getting motivated to build the Lego is really hard. It's the strangest thing because I absolutely love my Lego, and when I get in here I don't want to come out, but like having that mental block where you just don't want to go into the room and even start is, I cannot describe to you how infuriating it is. But anyway, pushing through. I'm doing things to fix my situation at work. I'm doing things to fix my situation with my Lego. I'm doing things to fix my situation in my head. And talking to you guys and seeing the awesome comments you post on my videos really helps. By the way, I hope you guys enjoyed my container video. I've been meaning to make that one for a couple of weeks, and that was one that's a symptom of this headspace. That was one I wanted to do, and I was getting disappointed in myself for not actually having done it. So I'm telling you guys this. I'm being, you know, I've actually found it really good to just be open and talk about how I'm feeling, and really gives me a good way to sort of open up and communicate and start to understand why I'm having these thoughts and why I'm feeling this way, and help me address it. So there you go. Yay, Lego. I didn't see any Halloween stuff, which is disappointing. I was actually going to ask the guys who worked in the Lego shop if there was any Halloween stuff, because it seemed really weird that I couldn't see any. So, where's that brick? I actually, I've been pretty good this month on my buying my Lego. I only got a small couple of bits. It's got some carrots in there. There's a couple of these small roller wheels in there. There's just some 1x3 bricks, some 2x2 bricks, a couple of clicks, some loaves of bread. They had bread. I stocked up on loads of the carrots, and then these yellow fence pieces. I had my eye on the other week because I want them for my my depot. And I also got they had tons of the 1x4 black tiles, so I've got tons in that cup. I could have probably packed it slightly better, but I think I did pretty well in what I got in there. My kids were well happy because they just sat there playing at the Lego table for ages and ages. I don't think they wanted to leave. Yeah, I do remember the old ads. I do remember the old ads. Don't BT still use that? Or have they moved beyond that now? I thought that was still like one of their taglines. I mean, it's a classic tagline. It's still technically valid. Although now I guess it's good to send text messages and other things. It's really interesting actually, because we're working with a telco here in Australia, and you see how the industry's really had to change their model, because now they don't make whereas before they made lots of money off of sending people making phone calls and people sending text messages and things like that. Now it's all about data. So that old "it's good to talk" model doesn't really apply in the same way as it did in those back when that campaign. It's like Yellow Pages. Was it Yellow Pages? No. Who was it? Was it Talking Pages? The one where the two guys used to run along and say, "Got your number, got your number." I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know why I was thinking about that, but I was thinking about that one. It's like how, that was such a massive media launch, and now it's absolutely nothing. I don't even know if that company even exists anymore. Got your number, got your number. It's a bit freaky actually. Nowadays, if they've got your number, you report them to somebody. What have I got here? I need 5 of those. I've only got 4. Where's the 5th one? Where are you hiding, little guy? Just double checking something. No, that's right. That is all right. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Mr. Stamp. I will say that doing the bottom bits of these sets is actually one of the most laborious parts, because you've just got to do all this detail work. But at the same time, once you've done it, it looks absolutely awesome. I do know some people have had real problems though with the sort of clutch bending the plates up slightly for them. I haven't experienced that, thankfully, but I would imagine that would be quite annoying. Piece of dirt on there, get off. Hey Lars, how are you, man? Did enjoy your last mock video. That was really good. I want to do some stuff like that. I'm trying to think. I've got my little residential area. I think I'm going to sort of expand that to include a few more things, not just be residential. Could be interesting. What have we got here? I need you. I feel like if you made a slight mistake in this area, you wouldn't actually notice, because you wouldn't really be able to tell you'd done it unless you really looked close up at the if you looked really close up at the water, then you might be able to see it. All that dark green and black, and all that is just going to have blue tiles put over the top of it in a minute. That's literally all that's going to happen there. Black tiles over everything. I have realised though, the area I've got all my water in my city, I'm actually going to have to make that table ever so slightly bigger. So I'm going to have to put a lid on top of the table. Okay, I'm going to do something different now. Gonna go crazy. Yeah, I was saying earlier on, I've had a tough few weeks. I've been struggling mentally, so I've been struggling to the point where I can't even get into the Lego room. That's how bad I've been. So pushing through, because Lego really does make me feel better. I mean, it doesn't make me feel better how much it costs me as a hobby, but it makes me feel better when I'm in creating and making videos and sharing them and getting awesome responses from everybody. So thank you everybody who supports my channel. I love you. Thank you. I mean that. I already do. The comments on like when and any of you, you've all sort of, some of you got channels, some of you are more sort of social people, but the comments make me feel awesome. Like I love, like even if someone makes a comment that's like slightly negative, I still sort of take it on board and go, no, thank you, because you actually cared enough to comment. So thank you for telling me your thoughts. But yeah, it really makes it for me. So when you read about YouTube threatening to turn off comments for channels that target children, I can understand why a lot of people get nervous about that one. I am not worried about that in the slightest. It won't impact my channel, I've decided, because I don't target children. I just build Lego, and that happens to be something that kids like. But I just realised I forgot to put Lloyd together right at the beginning. It's quite interesting. You build Lloyd as in the first bag. Let's have Lloyd crossface. What do you reckon, guys? Crossface or weird face? I'm gonna go with crossface. He's got weird eyes. What's going on there? Right. I find these scarf things really weird. Right, there we go. That's a very strange face. I suppose it doesn't matter, because he's just gonna have he's gonna be underneath this anyway, so unless you put his hood on. And then he's got one of these swords with a dangly bit. There we go, Lloyd. I love the Lego. I love the NINJAGO movie. It's a great movie. I was trying to persuade my kids to watch the Lego Scooby-Doo movies today with me, because I think they're I think the Lego Scooby-Doo stuff's awesome. I just wish I'd actually not been in my dark ages when the Lego Scooby-Doo sets were around. missed out on all of them, which is really sad. That being said, I did pick one up on eBay this week for a half decent price, so I do want to. There are a couple more of those I do really want to get, but okay, let's keep going that one. Sorry, just rearranging my boxes here. There's some big pieces in this one. Let's get these out. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. It's a bit more manageable. Lots of big grey bricks here. Actually, I was thinking today, I was at the when I was at the Lego store, they did have some nice big chunky bricks. I'm tempted to go back and buy a big cup of them, just because I really like. I'm torn between using wood to do raised areas in my city and what Lego Scooby-Doo movie. There's two. There's one called Haunted Hollywood. And then there's a second one which is called Blowout Beach Bingo. No, it's just Blowout Beach, I think it's called. But yeah, they're both really good. It's actually got the guy who does the voice for Fix It Felix is actually one of the voices in it briefly, which I picked up on the other day, which is kind of weird. Fix It Felix. But yeah, Lego Scooby-Doo movies are great. Recommend them if you haven't seen them. They're really good fun. But they are the ones that are in that style of Lego where everything bends. On Michael's AFOL, yeah, I hear you on that one, and I think YouTube's doing an absolutely rubbish job of communicating anything about it. Also, go and check out Greg, as in Greg Brickitect, because he did a really good video talking about it, because obviously that's going to potentially impact him, because he does a lot of stuff with Clark, and he's not actively targeting kids, he's just building it because he loves it, and he loves involving Clark in what he does, because he cherishes the time he has with Clark and wants to do all these things to remember them before he, like, you know, when he starts school and stuff like that, because he's not going to get to do these things again. So that's why he's doing it. But he's kind of really in a grey area there. His channel could be hit hard. His other channel was already hit, Greg's World, because of that whole thing with the paedophilia, and they were using comments in videos to actually to communicate with other strange people. So that's why comments are off on Greg's World. Apparently they're never coming back, he told me. I was talking to him about it the other day and he said they're never coming back, so, which is a shame. I'm also wondering if I'm getting a cold, because my baby's had a cold this week. Doing the rounds. We're in the middle of going into summer, which inevitably for me means I'll get sick at some point. For some reason my body doesn't handle changing seasons very well. Fix It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph. Fix It Felix. Sorry, I just assumed everybody knew Wreck-It Ralph. Great cartoon, great movie. I did get the YouTube asked me for feedback on something the other day, and I was quite explicit in telling them that I thought they'd handled some stuff really badly. I'm actually working with Google at the moment, and I mentioned it to the guys I work with there. Now they're in a completely different team to the YouTube team, but they said if they can like find anything out or get me a good contact at YouTube, they'll let me know. So they're a very supportive company at Google, I have to say. They've been very good to work with. I feel like I should have the Ninjago music playing in the background. We're heroes on the way. We're here to save the day. Sorry, I'll stop singing. I don't know, I really enjoyed Wreck-It Ralph 2. I will say, watch Wreck-It Ralph 2 again, and I reckon you'll find it's even better the second time. Because, like, Wreck-It Ralph 1 had some awesome, like, trivia in it. But Wreck-It Ralph 2 has just got so much, like, there's so many details in it. It's amazing. I saw what you said, GJBricks. I'm not going to start doing that, but... but that would probably work. I'd probably also lose half my audience because, you know, I'm a good guy. I don't do that kind of thing. Wholesome family entertainment's what I want to do. I got to ask a question actually. What do you like of my videos? And because I don't really kind of focus on any one thing. I just like make Lego because I enjoy it. That's really silly. Oh, I see. Okay, no, it's not as silly as I thought. Yeah. With some questionable posters in the background and things. What of my videos do you guys enjoy the most? Like, is it like when I do reviews? Is it when I do mock stuff? Is it when I do my kind of historical stuff? Is it city updates that I do very infrequently at the moment because like I said, I've been in that headspace where I'm really struggling to get into doing that kind of stuff at the moment. That being said, I did do a bit of a rebuild on Studsburg the other day. It's making progress, so I will try and do a video update this week. I said that to myself last week and I didn't get it done, but I actually did start making progress. So I'm going to try and get a load of stuff done this week, hopefully. Work permitting, obviously. Actually, wife permitting. My wife's got so much work on this week. It's going to be manic. Which is, you know, a good problem to have from her point of view. All my videos are awesome. Oh, thanks. I try. I'd like to do more. I actually would really like to do more. I'm actually considering... I've been quite inspired by Greg over at BlockheadUK by doing his podcast stuff. Now, I'm not going to start doing podcasts, but I'm considering doing a few more kind of talking videos, like talking about things in the Lego community or Lego history or channel stuff, things like that, things I've learned, like, or I've learned or am learning, like a bit more kind of a bit more general interest than just, you know, building and things like that. So I don't know, would that appeal to you guys out of curiosity? I'm intrigued to know. It's something that I've been thinking about because I do really enjoy talking about Lego and sharing my thoughts, and you know, and again, it's like another good avenue for me to do a bit of personal development and start to sort of branch out and talk about things a bit more in depth than I normally do in like my video stuff. It's funny actually because I was watching one of Greg's videos the other day. kind of don't like how he does so many haul videos, and it's funny because he says he doesn't like doing them either. He actually said that in his podcast. That's not him talking to me privately. But it's kind of funny because it always staggers me how well haul videos do. They always do well, and I don't know, like, they don't really add a huge amount of value to anybody, but for some reason people love watching them. So, I mean, obviously, if you've had a really good win and, you know, got the set, like I got this set in Australia, and this is a $350 set, and I paid $190 for it. So, you know, win. And I know a couple of people who actually managed to get it $10 less than that because they had something else that they could add on to the deal to get it even better. So actually no, it was 180, 350 down to 180. That was what it was. It was ridiculously good price. Oh, top 5 videos. I'll have a think about the top 5 videos. I stopped doing them because they were actually, the problem I had with them was I was actually having trouble getting enough time to actually make them. Maybe I'll start doing like one a month. I really like I like how Richie Boy J does his like summary video mock thing he does, where he's found people who've done really good Star Wars builds on YouTube, on Flickr and things like that, and goes through and shares his thoughts on them. But yeah, maybe I was thinking about that the other day, and I put too much stress on myself to keep making those videos. And I don't know if anyone else who's got a YouTube channel who kind of, you put stress on yourself to do something, and then it becomes like you stop enjoying doing it because you feel like you have to do it. And I got to that point with the 5 and a bit videos, but I do hear you, Gallagher, and I did like really enjoy doing them, and I always got really good feedback from everybody about them as well. So maybe I'll do that one. One I've found that's actually been doing really well on my channel lately as well. I've been doing news videos, and you know I quite enjoy doing them. They don't take me, well, actually no, I lie. They do take me a fair bit of time to do. But they seem to be really popular, and people seem to really value my opinion on these things, which is nice. So I found those are really good performers. Right, what am I doing? I'm actually building at the moment by looking at the pictures and figuring out what I need to do rather than actually looking at the parts I need for each scene. Doc Sampson, hello. Oh, that's a point. I'll tell you one thing, doing this tiling, I'm going to get RSI. Actually an amazing amount of detail, given this is like the back of the set. Shows how much effort and love the Lego designers put into these sets. I really like the Ninjago theme. I think it's awesome. I really enjoyed the movie as well, but I think that the biggest issue the movie had, and this is entirely Warner Brothers' fault, and I think this is what the Lego Movie 2 suffered from as well. They put out too many movies. They were pushing through too many movies. They had one movie, did really well, and then they went, oh great, let's just keep churning these out because they'll just sell and sell and sell, and they damaged it by doing that. I enjoyed Ninjago, I enjoyed the Batman movie, I enjoyed the Lego Movie 2, but I think people just got burnt out, and they just, you know, they didn't put enough time into making these movies, and they should have put more time in. Trains. I've got another train video to do. I bought the. I've got my cargo train to build at some point soon. Need to do that. What am I up to? So many blue tiles. Yeah. Got to put one of those in. I'm actually stunned by how much like effort and detail has gone into the back of this. It's amazing. Like, this is actually a side in my city you won't see unless I do some rearranging, which I might do. It's kind of cool. I love it, but wow. Alright, so basically you guys like most of the videos I do. The train stuff, city stuff, and 5 and a bit are the standout ones. I will have a ponder about the 5 and a bit one. See if I can bring that back once a month. Actually, what I'll do, here we go. Here's the format I will do the 5 and a bit on. I will come up with a couple of themes each month and let you guys vote on what theme I do the 5 and a bit on, and then I will make that happen. How's that work? So I get a bit of interactivity from you guys. You can decide actually what goes into it. I think that would be quite cool, actually. Great idea. Love that, guys. Thanks for your inspiration. I'm going to be back in a second. I just need to get some water. Sorry about that, guys. I am not losing my British accent. How dare you? Alright. Taking bets on what this bag's going to be about. I don't. Actually, I might be back in the UK at the end of November. My wife's threatening to send me on holiday. She said I need to go and see my family, my parents. Obviously, like, I've got family. You know what I mean. Actually, it's funny. I really do wish I'd gotten more of the NINJAGO sets, like the bad guy sets, because there's some really awesome stuff in there. Like, this guy's got a he's got a pufferfish head. That's awesome. So good. You know things are bad when your wife says you need to go on holiday. Right, what do we got in here? Turn everything around. It's funny, the board is curving up on one end from all of the tiling, which it didn't happen to me on my Ninjago City, but a lot of people said they had the problem because of how many tiles and how it was built up. Okay, where are these going? Okay, all the way over here. We'll start over here. Right. Okay, this is just going to be RSI tiling. This is gonna my hand might be limp by the end of this. 55 of these blue 1x2 tiles. 55. That's how many of those I've got to put on here. If anybody wants to time me, don't. And we're off. Well, this one goes all the way over here. Let's just put that down now. What is my opinion on Mills plates? I love the idea of them, but my goodness, they look expensive to do. I think they're a great idea, like really good, but yeah, you know, the idea of like you have to, you know, each of those boards is going to be what, $20 worth of Lego. $20? Probably more than that. Like, I mean, they look good. They give you the opportunity to do a lot of extra layering in your bases and things like that. But yeah, good lord, it's gonna get expensive quite quickly. It's on a par with doing the what's it called? I've forgotten what you call it. The thing you put under train tracks. Ballast. The ballast on train tracks. Yeah, I'll just build this in live streams. My goal is to get it done in 3 builds, but it might end up being 4 because it's quite a big set. We'll see how we go and how tired I am. Like, come on, this is 3 bags at the moment you're looking at here, or not quite 3 bags. It will be 3 bags by the time I've finished this lot of tiles. But yeah, it's we'll see how we go. I did Ninjago City as a live only build, so I actually did Ninjago City slightly differently because I had another camera set up over my shoulder. I haven't done that with this one because I didn't feel like setting it all up. But fantastic set, love building that one. It's one of those ones I'd consider taking apart and rebuilding. No, not really, that would take forever. But yeah, Mills plates are really cool. Like, I love the idea. I've seen, you know, there's some really good examples of them around. And if you go and look at like the whole, I can't remember the website, but there's a whole website, you know, explaining the whole system and yeah, I think it's a really good idea. And you see when it's used well, where people have like put streams and things in and stuff like that, it looks awesome, but so expensive to do. So expensive. Who was it? GJBricks was that, and if you want to do, like I said, if you want to do something like a river, you need to be useful for that. But, yeah, I mean, I can definitely see if you're going to do shows or not, definitely 100% a good idea for you. But if you don't do shows, it's kind of like you're doing it as I said because you want to do the texturing and things like that. That's the only really good other reason I can see for it. Personally, I am very happy to be told other reasons why you would do it, but yeah. If it wasn't so expensive to do it, I think it would be, yeah, it would be good. And if you're doing just like, I mean, if you're doing a whole city, then excuse the expression, but hell no. But if you're only doing like a little sort of 32 by 32 base plate mock, then I think that would actually be really good. See what I mean about this tiling? Lars, if you're still there, how did you find tiling the your Ninjago area? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If anyone doesn't know, Lars has a little Ninjago area in his city, and he's actually gone to the effort of tiling, doing this tiling around the whole, like to fill in that whole area. And it looks awesome, but it must have taken forever to do. This is kind of not quite a mill's plate, but it's kind of, it's not far off, to be honest, because you're already 3 layers deep here and you haven't actually built anything yet. Who's it? Yeah, GJBricks did a really, he's been doing if any of you follow his channel, but he's been building a new train station, and he's decided to do that on mill's plates. But then he does go to shows, and you know, I think he contributes what he builds gets contributed and combined with other people's stuff they've done. So the mills format at that point is excellent, because they actually have a standard to all work to and make sure it all works together. Which is cool. Who knows, one day I might get to shows. I was actually going to do a kind of almost a mills approach with my train station, but it then sort of mucks up all my levels, because it'll be the only thing that's like higher than anything else. Ah, wow. I'm just going to give my hand a rest for a second. Quiet night tonight. I wonder where everybody is. I moved it back to a later time so that more people were around, and they're not. Oh, what time is it? Uh-oh. Garligate, it's midnight. Okay, these are all these fun bits, so you gotta just get one in there. There we go. Christmas shopping? It's October. What? I tell you what, I think unfortunately the shops are going to kill Christmas. I think retail is going to kill Christmas because they're so keen to cash on it so early that they're actually harming it as an experience. Okay, so what goes on here? Oh, I did that wrong. That should be... what did I do? Oh, okay. Got a bit carried away with my tiling there. I've tiled it slightly wrongly. There we go. That should be that way round. And that goes there. That goes there. Okay. I see what I did. Oh, but this isn't a children's friendly channel, so I did it wrong again. Oh, fiddly little suckers. There we go. Right. That goes there. That goes there. Yay! Oh, done it. 3 bags down. Woohoo! Oh, that's a good point. Although that being said, my channel doesn't cater to that market, so can't be that. If you're listening, YouTube, not a kids channel. More blue tiles, no. I have a cup of blue tiles. I've never worked out how many tiles are in it, but I would imagine it's rather a lot. Okay, so what's next here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to guess Lars isn't around to answer my question, which is a shame. He's come in, said hello, and gone away again. Maybe he is still there, he's just not speaking. It does look, wait till we see over here, you can start to see the green here, but wait till you see this area here start to fill in, because you'll really start to see the kind of the depth of what I meant around, like the black bits look deep and the green bits look higher up. Right. Okay, be a bit careful down here. I'm going to do it wrong. I think this might actually have more blue tiles than Ninjago City did. And that had a lot. I really do hope that more of the there's more sets released to go with these. I think I'd be very upset if they don't, but I'd be also very surprised if they do. Depends though. If Lego's got them designed already, then maybe they'll just decide to do it, because they do still sell well, it seems. So would make sense to capitalize on it if you've got it. Right. So now we're going to be tiling this side. Yeah, you're going to see what this water effect looks like in a second. It's going to look cool. Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? He yeah, his water looks pretty good. I guess that, but his one was more. I mean, here's the thing with this though. This is kind of like, this isn't an open water dock, is it? This is actually a. I pointed that out to him because his was set up so it was kind of like in the open sea, but really it's not supposed to be. It's actually in a river, I think. At least the pictures look like they're in a river. Or at least in the inner harbour of Ninjago City. So many tiles. It's kind of weird not having JC making many videos at the moment. Properties. Oh, good, that is using. Ooh. Nope, nope, that is working good. And he got one non-Lego set. Ah. Oh no. Who would do that? It's funny, whenever we go to birthdays now, my kids instantly just want to buy them Lego. Like every party's just, get them Lego, get them Lego. So, to sit there and figure out what sets the kids want to give them, and then go and pick it up. And then see if I can get it on sale somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So I'm just giving myself a marker here, so I know where I need to put something. So many tiles. I do know that JC has a video going live on Monday. If anybody's missed him, we're doing there's a BrickTuber video going up on Monday. So we haven't done one for a while. Yay, BrickTubers! But yeah, we've got one going up on Monday. We're trying to get a bit more active. We've all been very busy, and we're trying to sort of get better and have, even if just a few of us do a kind of video every kind of few weeks. That's what we're trying to do. So what's going on here? So that then goes that way. That way. Yeah, you haven't spoken to him a huge amount lately. Okay, and there's crikey, fiddly. And then we gotta put that in there. Oh, you've really got to pay attention to this bit. It goes there. And then we've got one of those goes there. It's funny, my on the subject of being a parent, we took our dog to the groomers today, and my kids were really worried because we went to pick him up and he wasn't actually finished because he needed a haircut that badly that they had to spend longer doing it. And so when I went back and picked him up and brought him home, my kids were absolutely besides themselves, so happy to see him and see him with his handsome haircut. It was so lovely. Yeah, I have never touched on the sort of, yeah, I imagine it's a Le Pen set you're talking about, probably. I haven't touched on any of those, and I never will. I know one of my friends bought the Le Pen equivalent of the Millennium Falcon, like the big beast one, which I was very, very disappointed in him for doing. And communicated my mind to him, but he was like, yeah, but you know, I can buy that set for this price, why not? Like, well, it's not that set anymore, is it? It's a copy. It's someone else has made no effort to actually figure out how to make this thing. They've just gone and stolen the design. That's the problem I have with it. The blocks themselves are just blocks, but the fact that Lego has gone to all the effort of designing this, they've put all the research in. That's not right. What have I done wrong? Oh, I see. God, so easy to go wrong on this. Hang on, so that should be single, 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 double, single. There, right, that's double. That's double. There we go. Right, that's all right now. It's alright. It's alright. Sorry, excuse me. I'm just trying to get this right because it's not easy. I'm still humming the NINJAGO movie song in my head. Heroes on the way. Hey, hey. Yeah, it's funny. My girls, yeah, they go to the effort of deciding what sets will work for the person they're buying the present for, and then I kind of try and manage it within budget. But no kid ever seems to dislike getting Lego as a present, which is good. I'm just slightly sensitive to the recommended age on a lot of the sets is all. I just want to make sure kind of one of the ones Joss picked out for her friend the other day was, given her friend was turning 5 and it was an 8+ set, I figured that was maybe a little bit too complicated. So I scaled that one back. I think I did it. Yay! You start to see what I mean about that texture in there. I hope you can see that like depth that's coming through. Hoping my lighting's good. I just realised my light's all the way over there. Lighting's pretty good though, I think. That's actually a really good idea. They're pretty cheap at the moment, and there's still stacks of them. Maybe I should pick a load up. It's not a bad idea, Miss Garligate. Thank you. I might borrow that idea and get some of those because they are awesome. Everybody loves Lego space minifigures. I did want to get a couple of the other sets that came out, but over here in Australia you can only pick them up online, and buying from Lego online is so expensive because you have to, like, the shipping is extortionate unless you spend enough money, and I don't spend enough money from the Lego store because I know I can buy it on sale in the shops for a lot less. So I do occasionally buy from the Lego store, but not very often, only if I have to. I lost track of where I'm up to here. So many tiles. What makes your eyes go funny looking at this? Where am I up to here? I've gone past that one, that one, that one. Okay, so this is just a straight run down. Okay, and then you get to here. And then you leave a gap, and then there's that. So right now that's that. And then that. Okay, got it. That's right. Yep, okay, that's there. That looks right. Yep. Sorry, excuse me doing my little analysis of am I building it right, but it's really fiddly. 3, 3, 3, yep. You've got a 2 and a 1. So easy to make a mistake here. And then you got to put it all up and do it again at that point. Hey Lego Sonic Boy, how are you, mate? Yeah, not too late. I'm going to try and get through a couple more bags and then I will call it a night. So I'll be online for a bit longer. Yeah. And I'll be doing part 2 next weekend. There we go. Okay, that is 4 bags of the set done there. Doesn't look like it. 4 bags. 4. What am I up to? Bag 5. Ugh, might have made a boo-boo. Right, pull some of these big pieces out for this one. Yeah, I don't have the expert roller coaster, but I had read and looking at the videos of people putting it together. The pillars do look rather brutal to do. Yeah, there we go. So if you can, don't know if you can see that bow there. The way the board is curving up. Hope you can see that one. It's like really kind of, you quite pronounced where all of that's gone on. And that's just the clutch power of all the tiles, because they're slightly smaller, so they're pulling everything up. Just pulling out some big pieces here to give myself some room. So this is going to be a case of getting a good chunk of the base done here and filling in this area by the looks of it. Right, so what have we got? 2 of those. 1 of those. Okay, and then we're going to do dark pieces. I do still want to get the expert roller coaster. It's one of those, when I was a kid I always wanted a Lego roller coaster and it never existed, so I used to sort of do your best to make it using the train tracks and things like that, but they actually made a roller coaster. Woohoo! Well, and you guys have seen I've made my own roller coaster, but I will get the official roller coaster as well. I do actually need to revisit my roller coaster because currently my roller coaster is in pieces because some stuff got brought into this room and basically the shelf said stuff got put on, basically got put through the knocked over the roller coaster. So there you have it. And apparently what I just said triggered Siri for some strange reason. I don't know why. Get so many loose bricks to sort. Well, that was why I did my live stream the other week where I did a sort and talk. I actually got through loads. It was good. Kind of productive at the same time as getting through sorting stuff, so that was good. 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh, I don't think I need that piece because I've already done it. Aha. Okay, so what's next? Need another brick. Some there, and one of those. Yeah, the sorting bit's a bit kind of yeah, is very time consuming, as you say. It takes a long time. It's worth it in the end, but you know, when you see people who get hauls from charity shops and things like that, and yeah, it takes forever. I've actually still got some to sort through that I got like a year ago. I haven't actually finished sorting through yet, which is pretty pathetic. Must do that. I mean, I'd managed to find all of the good sets that were in that particular haul and pull them out, but then there was a load of other sets I wasn't really bothered about building. I think there was I think it had one of the Star Wars advent calendars in it as well. So there was a load of those kind of sets in there, which I really wasn't that fussed about figuring out and keeping. I pulled a couple of the minifigures out and used them for various things, and I gave one away to Mark, who's building Hoth. So he now has a Luke Skywalker for his Hoth scene that he's building, which is cool. Right, when am I doing this? This is going in here. So like that, and like that. Okay, so this is going to be this staircase here, I'm guessing. That's such a cool way of doing the staircase. I really like it. Looking forward to putting that together. It's funny, if any of you watched my my Sanctorum video, the staircase I did in that, someone, I think it was on Reddit, someone made some really silly comment about how it was done. I'm like, dude, it's a Lego staircase. Like, it fits in a very small space. It worked perfectly for what I needed it to do. You're overanalyzing it. I wasn't trying to make it realistic. Just trying to do something different and unique. Reddit. The Lego group on Reddit is a funny beast. The people on there, the comments, the rules, it's like really quite strange. Anyway, I go on there, I do try to contribute to it. Where are we up to? Hey, we're filling in this area now. All that hard work's paying off. Wonder how long it takes them to design these sets. Have you got any ideas how long it took to design this set? And Ninjago City, you can only imagine that would have taken a long time. There's something like Apocalypseburg as well, that would have taken a long time. Which I have to build. Yay! That's one of those sets I'm saving for when I'm in the right headspace to build, and I've actually got a space to put it as well. That's the other challenge with that one, because it is a big set. Okay, you go there. You go there. You go there. I'm still using takeaway boxes at the moment. I will buy some proper storage of some sort at some point, because I've actually had a couple of times where I've dropped a takeaway box and it does make an awful mess. That being said, open drawers would actually be worse, at least in takeaway containers they're contained. Hadn't thought of that. She has got my sig fig now. She posted it on Twitter the other day that she received it finally. Actually arrived while she was over in Denmark, so she sent me a message just saying, "Are you ever going to send it to me?" And then she found it at the bottom of her mail pile. That isn't right. What have I done there? Oh no, that goes. Oh, I see. That goes there. There. Ah, okay. Sorry, I thought I'd done something wrong there. I haven't. I was looking at it wrongly. There we go. Yeah, I wonder what she'll do. Got to be something with trains, surely. I really like those habitats, but they do take a while to do. I'd like to get into having a go at those at some point, though. I remember over here the Sydney Brick Fair last year, not this year. They went for a record in that by having the most of those. They had hundreds and hundreds of them connected up, so it was really quite impressive because it kind of went down one side, then back, and then back down the other side. It looked really cool. Very clever. Hello. You're on camera. You want to say hello? Oh. Alright, do you need me to put you back to bed? Do you want to go in Mum and Dad's room? Okay, go on. I love you, sweetie. You okay? Alright. Love you. That was Joss. Half asleep. Now sleeping in my bed, so I will go and put her to bed when I go to bed. There we go, right. So that's that. There we go. Hey! It's like your ears were burning, Kaz. So you gonna go and pick up a load of them Lego Sonic Boy? Joss is just, yeah, she'll be fine. She's in our bed now, so I will, before I go to bed, I'll go and put her into her own bed again. It's actually very hard having the kids in your bed because they take up a lot of space. Sometimes they really do need you though, but they do take up a lot of space. There's a froggy in here somewhere. There he is. Little froggy dude. There's he go. He goes there. One of those. Garligade was just asking about if little GJBricks had arrived at Blockhead Heights. There's that age-old joke. What is it? The only 75 days till guys go and do their Christmas shopping. This is a good build. I remember enjoying this bit of the Ninjago city set. Once you get past the water bit, it becomes a lot of fun. Just the water bit is quite tiring. Good to hear. Good to hear he's making himself at home. There's a slight chance I might be in the UK at the end of November, possibly. My wife's told me I need to go back to the UK to do a few things, so she said I'm gonna send you. Okay. Which is going to be kind of weird going away without my family, but if that happens. I'm just not sure how my wife will cope without me here. No. Sometimes I remember those days. Those days are great. When you just stay at home and watch movies and play video games and just generally stay at home and enjoy being at home. I don't get to do that anymore. I've got kids. You don't get to have lie-ins. Actually, they weren't too bad this morning. They let us sleep in a bit this morning. It was nice of them. Anybody who's a parent will appreciate that comment. There we go. Yeah, if I do, I've got a few people I need to catch up. I'm gonna definitely make the effort to catch up with Mark of the Lego Room as well. He's been a very good friend to me lately. But yeah, obviously I will make the effort. I might, if there's any of your London meetups, I might tag along to one of those as well if I may. Be quite intrigued to see how they go, because I don't get to do that kind of thing over here because I'm always working or with my family. So I did consider joining the Sydney Lego user group, but I just haven't had a chance to actually finish doing that, which is not a good sign because I need to. If I haven't had time to actually finish applying for it, then that's not a good sign. I'm going to have time to participate in it, really. What I forgot. Almost there. Alright, let's turn this round again. It's very solid, this thing. Dee-dee-dee. 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 I have not done my video for Monday. I have actually built my mock for Monday, but I haven't done my video for Monday. So I need to do that. London Bridge bricks. bag am I up to? Bag 6. There we go. Okay, bag 6. Motoring through. Now the question is, am I going to make it to bag 7 or not? Oh, that's right. Oh, it's one of these ones. Thousands of Technic pins. Oh, yeah. So this next bit's going to be building the dock down here. So this is going to be brutal. Look how many of these pins there are. So this is another RSI moment because you're putting together all of these tubes. This should be fun. Okay, so I'm going to take that. Take that. Oh. I'm not sure I'd be there then in that case, because I have part of the reason why my wife insisted I go home at the time that I'm saying is because it's one of my best friends' 40th birthday, and she feels it's very important I'm at that. I mean, I do as well, but and then the other thing was my mum's birthday is at the beginning of December, so I would effectively be doing a double whammy on that. What's going on there? Should have gone. There we go. We will see. Also depends how long I'm in the UK for. Quite a lot going on at work at the moment, which is not ideal. Dropped it. All blue in the chat. Yeah. Sorry, I'm focused. Got a Bricks, hello. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, okay. Interesting. It goes on there. Okay, the first bit of the dock is in. Whew. I see. So that first bit's got that kind of definition to it. That's why it did that one first. And then you start to get a bit of staggering going in by putting in these. Yeah, that is very true. I just make people I trust moderators. That being said, the I think YouTube's updated spam stuff has been doing a really good job of keeping the trolls at bay lately. I haven't had any comments I've needed to be particularly harsh on recently, which is good. I've had a couple of people doing the old, oh, I followed you, follow me back, but It's a pretty good price for the hidden side sets. Joss is my eldest daughter who came in just now to say hello is obsessed with the hidden side stuff. She loves it. When we were at the Lego store today, she was bringing all of them up going, "Dad, look what I found. We should get this." Luckily she couldn't reach the school set because that was on the top shelf. Oh, so I've got to do that hand time. Oh, good lord. It took me that long to build that. I've got to do that 6 times now. Wow. A few bits of repetition on this set. Right. Let's come up with a system. I think my system is, we'll get those all ready like that, and then we just start to get those done. It's probably the easiest way to do it, I reckon. So I do hate missing a bargain. You're right. One of the department stores here's got 20% off at the moment, and I was actually looking at it because they had a set on clearance that I was considering getting, and I haven't yet, which is the latest X-Wing, because I've only got Poe's X-Wing. I don't have a normal X-Wing. I was very tempted because that brings it down to what, so it's a $140 set, which they've got on clearance for $100, and then it's 20% off that, so down to $80, so almost half price. Almost. I was very tempted. I don't do a lot of Star Wars, but there are some Star Warsy things I do consider. I'm still very tempted to get the stupid Millennium Falcon, to be honest, but like I can't justify it. Okay, part 1 done. Now to make 1,000 of these. Okay, so I need some. Yeah, no, I like the new Millennium Falcon. Looks good as well. You're right. I did actually get the Force Awakens version of it, which I thought was a great version of it. The new one is a slight improvement, so I'm tempted. I can't lie. I'm tempted to waste the money and buy another Millennium Falcon, but I know. Feels a bit indulgent to have 2 of that. When you see these people who've got like every version of the Millennium Falcon ever made, that does seem excessive. And yeah, I was talking of the extremely expensive one. That would, yeah, that's the other thing. Where would you put that monster? It's I was in the new Lego store they built in Sydney today, and last week rather, and was chatting to one of the the staff in there, and they were like, yeah, we actually had trouble finding a cabinet to put the thing in. It was so big. So it's kind of like the Star Destroyer, like the new Star Destroyer as well. It's a beast of a set. Again, like I have nowhere to put it, but I'm kind of tempted by it because I always wanted that. I almost bought the Star Destroyer, the original like UCS Star Destroyer they released all those years ago, and that was one of my. I think that's probably on my list of regret sets for not getting that, because it was just so immense, but it would have literally taken over my bedroom. Would have been ridiculous to even think about buying something like that. But how am I doing? How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 8. 2 more to go. Actually, the best one I've seen is someone they put it in a coffee table, but what they also did was they built like the hangar bay from Star Wars, the original Star Wars. So you know, it was like in their coffee table as if it was landed in that hangar, which looked awesome. Did look really, really good. But I don't like see the point in buying Lego just to display it. That's not really what Lego's about to me. Yeah, and I haven't really bought any Star Wars stuff for ages. I did, with The Force Awakens, I actually bought, I think I bought all of those sets actually. No, I didn't buy all of it. I bought most of those sets. But there we go. Right. Oh, halfway through that. Okay, this is a very repetitive bit. Just building out this. That's all this bag does, is build that pier. Yeah, I'd heard that it bows under its own weight. I actually look at the new Star Destroyer. And if you watched my video where I was talking about it, what I quite like the idea of with the new one is that because it has that kind of Technic underpinning, you could in theory modify that slightly so that you could build an interior into it, which is very appealing idea. I like the idea of doing that. I was a little bit disappointed it didn't have an interior, but it would have made the set so expensive. What Lego could possibly do though is sell like a second set that you can add to that to make the interior. That would be quite a cool idea, like an add-on modular. Right. I'm going to put these on now so that it actually feels like I'm making some progress on this repetitive bit. Right, I think I've got one more bag in me after this, and then I'm going to bed because it's late. And I know my kids are going to have me awaken at early o'clock. Just got. Well, that's a good win. Well done. It's a great price for that. That's what I was saying earlier on. Like, if they've got something designed and ready to go, I hope so. But I don't know. I mean, that being said, I mean the fact that this set and the Ninjago City set are both still on the shelves and selling well, I don't see why they would consider not releasing any additional sets if they've got them designed and ready to go. So fingers crossed there'll be more to come. But then again, my bank account says no, I shouldn't be happy about that. Maybe. I'd be surprised if they didn't. I still think about Jacob's video where he found Joker Manor and Ninjago City sets in his Lego store damaged at that great price. Man, that was a good find. That was a great find. Yeah. I hope they do, but I doubt they will. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll release like a creator set that works with this, perhaps. I mean, it's got all of the underpinnings to work with the creator sets, hasn't it? So why not? And I'm really glad I've got these sets. Absolutely love them. I'm really enjoying the bits of this that I'm finding a bit monotonous, but I'm really enjoying the way it's coming together. Like, it's good the way you see progress. There we go. So that's all of the harbour in now. Right, what have I got to get? Just got to find, for some reason, seem to have missed bag 7. I don't know how I've done that. Bag 8 and bag 9, but managed to put bag 7 back in the box. Give me a moment. I went all in on this one. Where is it? Is this gonna? Oh, there it is. Bag 7. I knew I'd put it somewhere convenient to get to. I just hadn't actually left it out, which was silly. It's gonna be my last bag because I'm getting tired now. So I'll do this one and then yeah, the stuff you've been doing, Kaz, is awesome. It looks great. You haven't done any updates on it recently, actually. You must be due an update. Right. Must be getting tired. I'm humming Mission Impossible now. Man, there is a lot of repeat parts in this. It's 6, 8, 10, 12. Not that one. No, I said I was going to do bag 7, Garlic. This is bag 7. That was my goal, was to get to bag 7. That way, if JC shows up and he goes, is this going to be another 17-part epic? I can go, no. I had not no, I hadn't seen he was doing that one yet. Makes sense. That could work quite well. I'd like to do something with my Destiny's Bounty. I'm just not sure. Like, it does take up a lot of space, and I don't really have the room for it, unfortunately. I mean, he's got a lot of space in his harbour. My harbour is pretty minimal at the moment. I'm struggling to put what I've got in it, let alone anything big. So, I love Destiny's Bounty though. It's such an amazing set. I'm like, if I saw it on a decent price somewhere, I'd be half tempted to buy a second one just to, like, for the future, because it's just such an amazing build. Anybody who doesn't have Destiny's Bounty, I 100% recommend it. It is an absolutely amazing set. It is just so good. And again, given how much the given the movie didn't do amazingly well, there was some absolutely fabulous sets came out of it. Oh, this is only a little bag. This isn't going to take me very long to do. I went to bed at 1 o'clock last night because I was doing that container video. It took me till 1 o'clock to finish editing. Actually, no. Well, no, it didn't take me till 1 o'clock to finish editing it. It took me till 1 o'clock to get it uploaded, and then do all my usual behind-the-scenes bit. But it was good because I actually was really enjoying myself. Because while I was like waiting for it to upload and do other things, I was actually catching up on some videos I needed to catch up on. I've been struggling to find enough time to watch everything I want to watch at the moment, so I know I'm behind on watching some people's videos, which I apologise for. Right, here we go. First sticker. Woohoo! Okay. Anybody who hasn't seen this technique with the brick separator, really easy way, well, not easy, but gives you a bit of flexibility in positioning before you put the sticker on, so you can get it nice and centered like that. There we go, perfect. Makes me happy. There we go. Another sticker successfully stuck. Hey, big rock piece. Going in. I need to read. I need to make a bit of a dent in my That's insane. That's a great price. My goodness. I did not get this was when I was just getting back into Lego. I bought that set, so I didn't do as well on getting a deal on that one as if I was buying it now, but no one has it now. It's gone. Everybody sold them, unfortunately, or anyone that does still have one has put the price up now accordingly, so, which is a shame. But I mean, if I owned a shop and still had those in stock, I'd put the price up on them for sure. I know someone will buy it one day. Just means it takes up a bit of shelf space. No, Kaz, uploading's different to downloading, silly. Actually, sometimes I get really frustrated with the upload and end up tethering to my phone. At the moment, I'm streaming this via my phone because the upload speed is so much better on my mobile than it is on my home internet connection. How silly is that? Now, the download speed on my home internet is much better than my phone, but the upload speed is not. Also, I appear to be getting a cold. Hooray! Actually, I was looking at the, I was considering buying the Christmas train today because I found someone who's got that one for 20% off that. It's not the best price possible, but not many people actually sell the train, which is a pain in the butt. So you kind of have to buy it from Lego or a couple of other places. So was considering it. Because I do like my trains, but I do need to come up with a plan for how I'm going to get more trains into my city, because I've actually used up most of my sidings now, which is annoying. Hey, Lights Camera Lego, how are you? Thanks for coming by. Alrighty. I think we're on the final straight now, guys. I'm going to have to seriously consider going to bed in a minute. I do love this piece you get with the NINJAGO sets. I think this is really cool. This fence piece. Where's this going to go? Oh, up there. Oh, 2 fours. There we go. And then should put one of those in there. I was talking to someone earlier on who's really good at finding stuff at flea markets, and I said, mate, if you see this train at the flea market, can you get it for me? Because he's already got one of it. So I'm like, you'd be my hero. It's the old I think it's 7740 train. It's like one of my dream sets. I always wanted it as a kid. And over here in Australia, I've not yet found any flea markets worth bothering with, to be honest. They're all pretty mediocre. I'm never keen on when Lego uses those like soft tubes to do fences. I don't know. Never impresses me. I feel like they could do that better. Probably a very good reason they do it that way, but I feel like they could do it better. 3D printed proto made. Right, that goes on there, that goes on there. That goes on there. I can't lie, if Argos has any sales on when I'm home this time, I might be in trouble. Because Argos does seem to do really good sales on their Lego. There we go. A little balcony there now. Now we turn everything round again. That's getting quite heavy, this. Okay, so what goes in there? I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here, because it's obviously top down, so it's a bit... And how many Australians are in here? I'm English. Alright, I'm English by birth, but I have an Australian passport now. Well, actually, no, I don't have an Australian passport yet. I need to get an Australian passport. Oh, that's a good point. Some interesting detail under here. I didn't realise how built up this rocky area was on the back here. You can barely see it in the on the box. There's a lot more going into this whole area here than I expected. Okay, I'm almost done. I can hear my body celebrating that I'm almost done, because it means it can go to bed. I'm not doing a time lapse of this, no. I actually didn't have time to set up properly. I was doing another video before this one and mistimed it slightly. So, alas, missed that opportunity. So what I'll have to do is just build it and then take it apart and do it again. Yeah, it's not going to happen for a while. Now, I had never had this piece till recently, and now I've got a whole stack of them. Really cool piece. Okay, so what happens next here? We take that. This is a really strange piece. It's obviously going to do something really important in a minute. Okay, so that goes through. Let me see. So that goes through there. That goes in there, and then that goes in there. And that all goes together there. That's really interesting that they went to the effort of putting those two. There's two little bits in there that you can barely see that sits on. It's absolutely solid as a rock. I do remember thinking that on the... Oh, BioLights Camera Lego, thanks for dropping by, man. Right, what's next? Almost done. We're so close to finishing this bag. I'm not actually in a rush to build this set. I actually do need to go to bed though. It's quite late. Gets to the point where you actually do need to listen to your body a little bit. Ah, okay. I was wondering how they were going to do that. Hey Ingrid, weren't you here earlier? You were here earlier. Hang on. Or am I that tired I'm imagining it? There we go. That's that done. That's that done. Sorry, I'm not talking too much at the moment. I'm focused on building. I was talking a lot. I can actually feel a cold coming on as well. Hooray! I was worried that might happen. Free wood for the fire pit. Yeah, there are some sites, there's some companies that you do wonder why they like bother selling Lego, but then again I guess they must, like, people must buy it from them, otherwise they wouldn't, there's no point in them selling it. So I mean, I look at, like, why do people pay full price from Lego? I mean, obviously they do, someone does, otherwise Lego wouldn't keep selling it. Oh, that one's wrong. Did that one wrong. There we go. Fixed it. Okay, so that's going to be the foundation for the first of the towers. That goes in there. That goes in there. And then that. I think that was that bag, but I did miss one thing, which was I forgot to put the figure together, so let's go back and do that quickly. That was a fun bag though. It's starting to come together nicely. Looks good. think some people are too lazy to look for deals. I mean, there are times where I've actually bought stuff for full price because I've been too lazy to, not necessarily because I've been lazy, but because I really want something. So I haven't minded paying a bit extra for it to get it, like, you know, quickly. But on the whole, I do, obviously everyone knows I'm a deals person where possible. Not quite to Greg of BlockheadUK level, but I think I do alright. I think I do alright. Actually, he's commented on a couple of my videos recently because I've had such good deals. My backlog's not as bad as his, but my backlog is quite big. There we go. Where's this fella go? There we go. That's pretty cool. I like the way that fish, the the fish is done. That's really clever. Almost too big though for the minifigure because it's sort of touching the ground. Well, I've got one piece left that I'm fairly certain I shouldn't have left. Ah, I was right. It goes there. That's it. Done. Bish, bash, bob. Your uncle. There we go. Yeah, that's cool. Alright guys, that was bag number 7, which is the bag I said I was going to stop at. Whew! Made it. Pretty awesome. I'm really enjoying this build. It's a great set. Really good. Alright, I am going to say au revoir because it is now 20 past 1 in the morning and well past my bedtime. So thank you very much for watching guys and joining me tonight for this build. It's been very enjoyable talking to you all. We had a good crowd at the end there. It was good. Yeah, this is part of getting through my backlog, Lego Sonic Boy, by the way. This is me trying to do a bit of catch up. I think I'm either going to do my rocket next. I've got the other big rocket to build, or I'm going to do my train. I can't decide which, but anyway, that's going to be my next build, I think. Anyway, thank you for joining me, guys. Have a great day, whatever you're doing, and I will see you again soon. Bye.